Okay, well here's how I make pens. First I like to make a blank using polyester resin, and the interesting thing about that is you can mix colors to come up with some interesting patterns. In this particular case I'm using a dual color red blue and then mixing in a pearl white. The trick with mixing acrylics is to make sure that their timing is right. You need to add a couple of drops of catalyst to ensure that the acrylic hardens properly, but you have to be careful and catch it at the right time. As you see here, I'm going to add drops right now and then mix it. Wait about 20 minutes and then pour the mixture into the mold, and then you can see here we swirl it to give it a little bit of a pattern, and then and it starts to thicken. We add the second color, and then obviously we want to mix the two together to get that swirled pattern. Now after we get a pattern that works, and also it starts to harden, you'll see it's a little difficult to move around here, then we're going to let that sit basically for 24 hours, and then we'll see what it looks like. And here's what it looked like the day after. Doesn't look like much. When you turn it over, you'll get a little better picture of what the blanks will look like. Here's another red and white blank that I made up. Now once you got the blanks, you've got the materials ready to assemble the pen, and the key is that you need to cut the blanks to the right length, drill holes in the blanks, and then glue in the brass tubes, and then you'll assemble the whole setup onto a mandrel and install it in the lathe. Once the pen basics are installed in the lathe, you're going to turn the pen to get the general size. I like to use a roughing gouge to do that, to remove most of the material. And then once that's accomplished, I'll use a sharp skew to finish the material and get a nice even finish on the pen blank itself. After that, I use increasing grades of sandpaper along with some high friction polish to get a smooth finish. Once that's accomplished, we take the pen off the blade and go through the assembly process. Essentially, the parts that come with the kit are assembled in a specific order. Most of the times you're going to press the parts into the tubes and follow the directions closely to make sure you don't get things out of order. In this particular case, this is a click pen, and you'll see here coming up in a minute that I need to use a piece of wood with a hole drilled in the end of it to make sure that the part that you press to click the pen on and off actually works properly. Here I use the actual ink cartridge to seat it, and again, just taking your time following the directions to put everything together in the proper sequence. And once everything gets put together, you want to assemble the pen, obviously, to make sure that it goes together, and then test it to make sure that it writes. And here's the finished product.